you have a state where a bunch of the governors went to prison, where the police have been accused of operating what are called black sites, where they arrest people and detain them for days on end and torture them. You've got the famous stories out of Chicago where, what was that guy's name? He would cattle prod people. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I have no idea who that guy was.
Man, what's that guy? I always forget that guy's name. Cop.
Chicago police?
Yeah, electrocuted people. Everybody knows that story. That was Chicago, right? What is this? You know what I got to do? I got to ask the robot. Who was the cop?
John Berg.
Yeah.
In the 80s.
Is it Burge?
Berg, B-U-R-G-E.
Yeah, that was Chicago, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So we know all about it. Man, talk about a corrupt city. And so when Donald Trump is like, man, this is not how things should be, I'm like, that's great, fantastic. I got to tell you, where I grew up, if we had National Guard, it'd have been fantastic. What did we do? My friends and I rode around on our skateboards to the park, and that's about it. That's all we did. And the gangbangers shot at each other, and we'd get robbed and things like that. And the police would never do anything about it. So personally, I think this is fantastic. However, you take a look at the leadership, and there is something to be said for, I left. A lot of people would say, Tim, you should have stayed to fight to make your city better. But, my attitude was kind of like, that's like asking someone to knock down a skyscraper with a ball-peen hammer. Just not much I can do about it. Now, Donald Trump, the president, sending in the troops, I think would be great. And I think crime will get cut in half or better. But for political reasons, anything Trump does ever is wrong. And to give you an example, for some reason, the left defended Cracker Barrel. I don't know why. It's just a miserable decision. But outside of that, what do you guys think? Should we send in the troops? 19, what do we got, 17 other cities?
Look, the policing works, right? If you have police on the street, it disincentivizes people to commit crimes. And then you have less crime in your city. It's working in D.C. It will likely work in other cities. Whether or not there will be constitutional, fights on the grounds of constitutionality, probably. But, if the people want it, then I think that Trump will actually be able to do it. I've talked about this a little bit before. If you've got popular support, the president has great leeway. If you don't have popular support, then it doesn't matter if the president's doing something legal or not, he'll get so much pushback, he'll almost have to stop doing things.
This is like, have you guys seen Landman?
I know what it is.
Billy Bob.
I have to.
That show's great.
I've heard that.
So awesome. Billy Bob's fantastic. Maybe not in the real, I don't know his politics, but in the show he's good. And they have these oil fields where cartels are basically, running through this land. And so they go to the government, they say, hey, look, do some training drills here. We don't actually want the military to enforce law or go after the cartels, but just by being there, you deter them.
Sure.
This is what Trump is talking about the National Guard. These guys, the National Guard, they're not going to arrest people. They're not going to issue tickets. They're literally going to stand there, probably staring at the wall. But gangbangers are going to have a real hard time committing crimes in the presence of armed National Guard.
Yeah, so two things. One is your point is actually really well taken, which is it was actually a native son of Illinois. It was Lincoln himself who famously said, I'm paraphrasing here, I'm probably going to butcher it, but with public opinion, anything is possible. Yeah. Without public opinion, nothing will work. So, this is it. This is what I call the art of the 80-20 issue for Donald Trump. Donald Trump is a genius. He is a master at putting Democrats, the left, in this case, Mayor Johnson, who's such a, far left loonbag that he makes Lori Lightfoot look like a freaking moderate. I didn't think that was even possible, but this guy Brendan Johnson somehow finds a way to do it. Forcing him and J.B. Pritzker to oppose sending in some sort of federal help. Just for context, Chicago's murder rate is 22 murders per 100,000 people. So New York City right now is about 5. So literally less than 25% of that. Washington, D.C. is actually not a whole lot higher than New York City, believe it or not. So Chicago is the bloodiest American city, bar none. I lived there for a few years, Tim. I went to law school there. I know you're a native son of Chicago. It's gotten a hell of a lot worse, actually, just since I graduated. I graduated law school there in 2016, so that's 9 years ago now. I've been back a handful of times since then. My now wife, when we were dating, she was then my girlfriend. I took her to Chicago for the very first time. She had her purse stolen in broad daylight in Streeterville.
Uh-huh.
This is like a nice neighborhood downtown.
Oh, but just so you understand, that's where the crime happens.
Yes.
Always.
Yes. Yeah.
Look, to be honest, guy from my neighborhood on the South Side ain't going to be robbing me. We're both poor. Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.